Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So in this video, me and my group will talk about our project under sensory evaluation of food. So the title for our project is 3 different cooking method of cheese tofu. The method that we use is boiling, air frying and frying. So without wasting our time, let's proceed to the objective. So for the objective is, the first one, we want to compare the texture and flavor of cheese tofu when using frying, boiling and air frying methods, because every method have their own texture. Like for example, we have the color, the appearance, the bounciness and chewiness also playing crucial part in our objective. Second one is, we want to analyze how different cooking methods affect the appearance and sensory appeal of cheese tofu, because when we using boiling method, the cheese tofu is less appealing, and also the taste is not really good. But when it comes to deep frying or frying, the appearance so beautiful because of the golden brown when we fry. And air frying, the cheese tofu looks like bomb because it expands. So the third one is, we want to develop practical cooking skills and understand the efforts and the effects of heat and technique on cheese tofu preparation. So before we cook, we study about how to which is suitable time in making the project, in making the cheese tofu look palatability and also more appealing. And effects of heat can make the food burn. And also if we boil too much, not too much, but for a long time, it might be soggy.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nufara Natasha. I want to present about introduction of hedonic test. A hedonic test is the type of sensory test used to determine how much a person like or enjoy a product, especially food and beverage. It helps companies understand which products are more preferred by consumer. In this test, ordinary people will try several samples, evaluate them based on their level of liking, such as by assessing the texture, appearance, taste and aroma. The most commonly used evaluate method is the 1 to 9 point scale, ranging from dislike extremely to like extremely. To analyze the data collection from hedonic tests, analysis of variant is ANOVA is commonly used. ANOVA help to determine whether there are statistic significant difference in the mean liking score among different product sample. Next is sample preparation. The sample preparation, we use cheese tofu, and then we do the 3 different method. First is cooking method, is frying. First, we heat oil in the pan around 117 Celsius to 118 Celsius. And then we place frozen cheese tofu directly into hot oil. And then we fry for 2 to 5 minutes until golden brown and crispy. And last, we remove and dry excess oil. For boiling method, first we bring water to a boil in a pot and then gently drop the frozen cheese tofu into a boiling water. Boil for 4 to 6 minutes or until the tofu pieces float and become firm. And last, drain and let cool slightly before serve or tasting. And the last method is air fryer method. We preheat the air fryer to 118 Celsius for 3 minutes. Arrange frozen cheese tofu in the air fryer basket in a single layer and cook for 8 to 10 minutes at 118 Celsius. And then we can serve immediately once it's done. And for the test method, the study used a hygienic test to determine consumer preference for food prepared using 3 different cooking methods: is boiling, frying, and air frying. Untrained panelists were asked to evaluate each sample based on appearance, aroma, taste, and texture. The evaluation was done using a 9-point scale ranging from 1 is like extremely to 9 is like extremely. The data from this test we analyzed using ANOVA to determine the significant difference. And the last is analysis method ANOVA. ANOVA is a statistical method used to determine is there a significant difference between the means of different groups. ANOVA is used to assess whether there are significant difference in consumer preference, evaluation of texture, aroma, appearance, and taste between the 3 cooking methods is boiling, frying, and air frying. The null hypothesis assumes there are no difference in the mean preference score between the cooking method. The alternative hypothesis is suggests that at least one cook method has a significant different preference score.
So this is an example of sample bullet for our practical project using cheese tofu with 3 different frying methods. Here I point out 4 main points, which is first one is header information. It consists name, cost, date and time. Second one is scoring method. We using hedonic test, which is scale 1 until 9. For the third one is sensory attribution section. It has 5 categories, which is appearance, aroma, texture, taste, and overall liking. And lastly, we provided comment section to give our panelists honest review for our product. So, why sample bullet is important? Here, I point out 3 main points, which is first one is consistent evaluations. All panelists use the same format to score, which can make the result more relevant and easier to compare. Second one is support data analysis. The score can be collected, used for statistically analysis like ANOVA or mean comparison to identify the best product. And lastly, to reduce bias. Using 3 different coded samples can prevent brand or appearance influence, help panelists focus only on sensory characteristics.
My name is Nofarisha Idina Sadri binti Abdul Hakim. Today, I would like to present of our promotional poster, which is the title is the Cheese Tofu Sensory Evaluation Session. So, this event is designed as a part of our coursework for the sensory evaluation of food subject, and aims to gather feedback from selected panelists regarding the sensory attribute of our product, which is cheese tofu. So as you can see, The poster highlight key information in clear and visually appealing manner. So the title, positioned at the top, is bold and eye-catching to immediately convey the purpose of the event. So a short product description is included to give a brief idea of what participants can expect. So for melt in the mouth texture with a slight chewiness that enhances the bites. So this is our taglines. So this one is intended to create curiosity and anticipation about the sensory experience. So important event detail are listed in the structure format, which is date Monday is 28th April 2025, time which is 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. and the venue in Sensory Lab PKTM Lenggong. So participation is limited to 30 panelists only to ensure that the session is manageable and that each participant receive sufficient attention during the evaluation. So the visuals design incorporated image of cheese tofu, dripping cheese and food them illustration to reflect the product focus and maintain a friendly yet professional tone. So a small message at the bottom, which is you are invited to be our panelist, is included as a polite call to actions. So in conclusion, this poster serves as an information and attractive medium to invite participants to our sensory session. We hope it will effectively encourage interest and participation. Thank you, that's all from me.
Hi, my name is Hasana and now I will explain about the ANOVA test for calculation of data. First, we will conduct ANOVA test for appearance. So, its hypothesis H0 is there is no significant difference between sample 19167,856 and 425. And its H1 is there is difference between 3 samples of cheese tofu. After we conduct an ANOVA test, we can see that F that we obtain is 25.24307, which is greater than F critical 2.709402 at 0.05 significance level. So we will reject null hypothesis. Its conclusion is there is significant difference in terms of appearance between all the samples of cheese tofu. Next, we will calculate ANOVA test for aroma. First, we make hypothesis, just same like before. H0 is there is no significant difference between sample 167,856 and 425. So H1 is there is difference between 3 samples of cheese tofu. And then after we calculate ANOVA test, we got that F obtained is 25.81138, which is greater than F critical 2.709402 at 0.05 significance level. So we will reject null hypothesis. Its conclusion is there is significant difference in terms of aroma between all the samples of cheese tofu. Next, we will calculate ANOVA test data for texture. First, we do hypothesis, just same like before. H0, there is no significant difference between all the 3 samples. H1, there is difference between 3 samples of cheese tofu. After we calculate the ANOVA test for texture, we see that F that we obtain is 25.99166, which is greater than the F critical 2.709402 at 0.05 significance level. So we will reject null hypothesis. So its conclusion is there is no significant difference in terms of texture between all the samples of cheese tofu. Now we will calculate ANOVA test data for taste. First, hypothesis H0 is there is no significant difference between sample 167,859 and 425. Meanwhile, H1 is there is difference between 3 samples of cheese tofu. After we calculate the ANOVA test for taste, we see that F that we obtain is 23.0952, which is greater than F critical 2.709402 at 0.05 significance level. So we will reject null hypothesis. So its conclusion is there is significance difference in terms of taste between all the sample of cheese tofu. Now we will calculate the ANOVA test for overall lights. First, for hypothesis H null, there is no significant difference between sample 167, 859 and 425. Its alternative hypothesis is there is difference between three sample of cheese tofu. After we calculate the ANOVA test for overall lights, we obtain F 23.87533, which is greater than F critical 2.709402 at 0.05 significance level. So we will reject null hypothesis. Its conclusion is there is significant difference in terms of overall lights between all the sample of cheese tofu. We can see from this result that all the cheese tofu using the different cooking method, which is boiling, cooking and air fry, has a significant difference in panel preference.
In conclusion, cooking cheese tofu by frying, boiling, or air frying give different results in taste, texture, appearance, and aroma. The study found that people could clearly tell the difference between these methods, and their preference changes depending on how the tofu was cooked. So this means the way you cook cheese tofu really affect how much people like it. That's all from us.